It is A-League time on a Saturday night, and it's Perth Glory Western Sydney Wanderers meeting each other in the A-League men's tonight, round 21, in what is a pretty big match, considering that there is not too long to go this season. Perth Glory are obviously desperate for wins to keep themselves in the race for finals. Western Sydney Wanderers coming off that huge loss midweek, losing to Melbourne City 7-0. How do the Wanderers respond tonight? Changes have been made to that Wanderers lineup especially. It's going to be fascinating to see how this match plays out. And an exciting one tonight, a special game. We don't often see Perth Glory playing the prime time Saturday night kickoff slot. Prime time, that being, of course, prime time on the east coast of Australia. But we are here tonight to watch this match, to react to it live together. And this is a game that I feel like, especially out of all the games this weekend, it's already been a fantastic round of football in the A-League this weekend. This is the one game that I'm really unsure in terms of how it's going to pan out. You'd imagine that Glory are tipped to win, but Wanderers have named a side here that I think are capable of coming away with at least a point from this game. I see you guys in the chat. Stuffy's in the chat. Newey Jets. Butters here. The Knicks fans here as well. Charlie. Prediction? What did I say in my prediction video? In my prediction video that came out earlier in the week. I think I did. I did say Glory win. I said 3-1 Glory win. But considering the lineup the Wanderers have named here, you look at it on paper, and as I just mentioned, I think it is capable of coming away with at least something from this game. John's in the chat, says, "Hey everyone, I'm live for this one at HBF Park." John is a regular viewer of the streams here in college football. John, how's the vibe there? How's the crowd looking? I'm sure at the shed end, it's certainly building up there. The shed has looked fantastic this season. It's been very full for a number of fixtures this year. Everton Pride's in the chat, dropping a 3-2 prediction. Hey, look, hopefully we get goals. And usually at Perth Glory home games, we do get goals. So we should be set for a fantastic fixture tonight. But again, I think a lot of the question marks and a lot of the talking points are around Western Sydney Wanderers, rightly so, heading into this game. Not only for Western Sydney Wanderers, not only did they obviously lose by a huge margin, their biggest loss in their history, losing 7-0. But they, coming off a loss prior to that, losing 3-1 to bottom place Western United, and then losing 4-1 at home in the Sydney derby. 3 consecutive losses, and have now dropped out of the top 6 as it stands. Look, I mean, obviously when you look at the big picture, they're still in a decent position. They're still in a great position to play finals football, of course. But it's important that they do, keep in touch with a result here at least. A draw would be okay for them. Knicks fan, is there a reason you're covering this match specifically? This one stood out to me for this week from as a good match to cover. And usually when we do the live watch-alongs, we do the later ones. And especially the primetime Saturday night ones. Just because these are the ones that are also the Saturday night primetime fixture, that is, again, for the East Coast. Those are the ones that are shown on free-to-air, which means that more people can view the match. So if you want to tune into the game and you're not sure where to view it, if you're in Australia, it's free to watch. If you're watching on a television, as some of you may be, it's on, I believe it's 10 Bold, I believe. But of course, it's available on Paramount Plus and 10 Play. So jump on it. John says it's a warm, sunny day. Good conditions for football. Crowd is building nicely in the lead up to kickoff. Love it, John. Thanks for giving us a bit of a live scoop from HBF Park. Appreciate that, mate. We are rocking the shirt of choice today. We're rocking a Spurs away kit. For those who are unaware, I am a Tottenham Hotspur fan. That is my Premier League team of choice. And this kit's from, I'm not sure exactly. I think it's from a few years ago. It might be like 21, 22 or something like that. Kickoff. Just a matter of minutes away. Hey, let's talk about these lineups because we haven't touched on that yet. If you're just tuning in, g'day, welcome to the watch along. Perth Glory have named a pretty similar lineup to the team that played last week. Ollie Sale starts in goals once again. Joshy Rawlins, Latchman at the back. And one of the changes comes at centre back. It's Majeko Zomni, the young central defender, who I believe scored his debut goal earlier on this season, didn't he? Rawlins starts at left back. And then you've got a midfield of Kolakovsky, Giordano Colli, who's been a constant in that midfield, with Stafford Amini starting once again, as well as youngster Daniel Benny. And then you'd expect it to be a strike partnership of David Williams and Adam Taggart. We could potentially see maybe David Williams play on that wide position where Kolakovsky is, and maybe Kolakovsky come in centrally as well. So we might see some rotation there. But yeah, it's pretty much a 4-4-2 from Perth Glory, a formation that Alan Stajic does like to play. West Sydney Wanderers, again, we can expect a relatively similar formation as well from them. And look at this Wanderers lineup, man. It's full of experience. And, you know, Rudan is, you know, he was talking pre-game. I was just listening on the broadcast. He was talking about, you know, the youngsters, and even though they have done a good job this season, you know, the likes of, you know, Milanovic and Lockie Brook and those kind of guys, he thought that this was the right time to bring in some of these experienced players. So the big one is Marcelo returning at the back. He missed out on the Tuesday night 7-0 loss due to suspension. But he starts alongside Lawrence Thomas, Simmons, Bonatic, Clisby. And then the inclusions to the starting lineup as well, who didn't start midweek. Sonny Kittle starts tonight. Obviously played at a great level over in Europe for the past few years. Milos Ninkovic picks up a rare start for the Wanderers tonight. Jorrit Hendricks and Priestman start once again in midfield. And then it's the strike partnership of Antonsen and Barella, who, look, I mean, should be capable of scoring goals. I mean, a big test for young Glory defender Majeko Domni, you know, handling the likes of Barella and Antonsen, who are two of the top strikers in the league, that's for sure. Exciting as well for, you know, Socceroos fans. You've got two Socceroos strikers here who have been picked for the upcoming Socceroos World Cup qualifiers, and Brandon Barella and Adam Taggart, both on the pitch tonight. Both have been picked for the Socceroos squad coming up. So exciting for the Roos fans, man. Griddle at halftime, asked Charlie. Yeah, of course, we'll do Griddle at halftime. That's our every stream we do. We jump on the Griddle at halftime. So stick around at halftime. That's sort of our little halftime entertainment segment, which is always fun to do. And you guys get to watch me struggle with my A-League knowledge. In the Netherlands, it's free on YouTube. So good. Through the A-League's YouTube channel, I'd imagine, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, show a lot of the A-League games for free on YouTube, which is great, which is awesome. How cool is that? I wish other overseas leagues did that for us here in Australia. That'd be cool. Knicks fan says, wasn't able to watch the Knicks game earlier, but hey, at least we won. Well, Knicks fan, that thanks for reminding me. That segues nicely. We can quickly recap the results so far this week. It's been a big week of football already. It started midweek, but let's pick it up from Thursday. Thanks to everyone who tuned into our previous watch-along just a couple nights ago. We were live for Central Coast Mariners AFC Cup match against Odisha SC. Central Coast Mariners nil, Odisha SC nil in that game. Mariners winning 4-0 in aggregate and are going through to the zonal final, which is a huge achievement for Central Coast Mariners, man. They're 3 games away from lifting the Asian Cup. But of course, on Thursday, we had another fixture, Melbourne Victory, Western United. That match ending 2-2, a dramatic contest. Ben Garuccio grabbing a late equaliser in that game. And then Friday night, I watched this game, man. It was an intriguing one. Adelaide defeating Newcastle away from home. 1-0, the Reds picking up the win. Really disappointing for the Jets. And I'll tell you what, time might be running out now for the Jets. They're looking in a really precarious position at the moment. Newcastle Jets. That's a huge 3 points for Adelaide United. Luka Jovanovic with a late goal to win it there. We'll touch on today's games as well in a second. Good to see Gaming Bean in the chat. Butter asks, do you think that the Knicks can win the league? Yes, Butter. My answer is yes. Look, it's obviously they're in a fascinating race with my team, Central Coast Mariners, at the moment. But yes, they are capable of doing it. They've shown that throughout the season. They have been so consistent, and another good win today against Sydney FC. Look, it's going to come to whoever wins the premiership. It's going to come down to the fixture in a few weeks' time. Central Coast Mariners host Wellington Phoenix in April. Whoever wins that game, I think, will go on to win the premiership, and then the championship. No one can guess it from there. Hey. Good to see Troy in the chat as well. Says, hey, look, you just got home from work. This should be a good game. I agree with you, Troy. Should be an entertaining contest, hopefully. Casual Sydney FC supporter is in the chat as well. So also says, let's play some griddle. We'll definitely be jumping on the griddle at halftime. Danny's in the chat as well. G'day, Danny. Says, just returned from Eden Park. Enjoyed the game. And again, that's a nice segue to talk about today's games as well. 2 A-League games in the men's competition took place today. And Danny attended the game where Wellington Phoenix defeated Sydney FC 2-1. The Knicks getting the job done there against the Sky Blues. Ufuk Tallay's return to New Zealand there, being spoiled by his former club. Brisbane Roar also hosted MacArthur earlier today as well. And it was MacArthur who won that game as well. So another away win in the A-League this week. And the Bulls maintaining their position at 3rd place in the ladder. Important win for MacArthur just to really cement their place in the top 6. Brisbane Roar, again, this has been a real roller coaster season for them. They've had highs, they've had lows, and this is a low for them. Brisbane Roar, they're still in that fight to make it into finals. This, of course, is the final game of the round in the A-League men competition. Of course, Melbourne City and Central Coast Mariners not playing this weekend. Their game has been postponed, of course, due to the Mariners' travel commitments. Mariners, you'd imagine, were probably just landing back in the country potentially today or maybe yesterday. But obviously, plenty of travel involved heading back from India. And Central Coast Mariners, the travel is going to get even more hectic as they have to head to, I believe it's Kyrgyzstan next month as they continue their AFC Cup journey. Busy schedule for the Mariners coming up. So the teams are coming out of the tunnel as we speak. Perth Glory wearing their very cool looking home kit, who have a new sponsor. Is that a new sponsor? I don't know if I've seen that front of shirt sponsor before. Usually it's been blank. But I'll tell you what, with that sponsor there, the shirt looks a bit more complete now. Western Sydney Wanderers wearing their away kit here. One of the best away kits in the league for me. Very clean. The all white with the gold stripes, the Adidas stripes. And of course, despite it being almost 7:45 p.m. here on the east coast of Australia, New South Wales, it's late afternoon over in WA, so the sun is shining. Looks like perfect weather, as our viewer John mentioned earlier, who's live in the stadium. But I asked, you flying to Wellington if Phoenix host the grand final? Hey, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'd love to get over. But hopefully it is Mariners to host it. Newy Jets asks, any content coming out soon we can look out for? We've got the Socceroos games coming up next week, which is exciting. So I've got a preview for those games. Put together a match preview, which is coming out on Monday. Obviously, Socceroos taking on Lebanon in a couple of qualifiers in Sydney on Thursday, and then the following Tuesday they're playing in Canberra. 2 games in Australia for the Roos, which we don't often see. So the teams are out on the pitch. We've got the live lineup here on the on your screens. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you want to support the channel, support the stream, hit the like button. You can also consider sending through a super chat. Super chats go a long way to helping me out here and helping me produce content on the old channel. Again, if you want to catch this game, if you're not sure where to tune in, it's if you're in Australia, you can watch on Channel 10 on 10 Bowl, I believe it is. You can also watch on the 10 Play app, Paramount Plus. Newer Jets with a comment here regarding his Newcastle Jets, of course. Jets pretty much have blown finals. Not sure what you think, but we have been so close in matches. Just can't hold on. Yeah, that's right, Newer Jets. And look, there has been some good performances and good results for the Jets throughout their season. Hasn't been all disastrous. But yeah, it's just the consistency is really lacking, and obviously it's a real young squad that Robbie Stanton has been fielding for the Jets this season, which has been good. Newcastle Jets haven't traditionally had young teams, but look, these young players are really building experience, and I've said it a few times this season, but I think Newcastle will be a real force to be reckoned with next year, considering that all these young players are getting so much game time, and you'd imagine that they can only get better from here. So you get the sense that Robbie Stanton is sort of building a long-term project at Newcastle Jets. Next year could be a promising year for them, where they challenge for those elimination final spots, being the bottom end of the top 6 next year, I think. Sydney Football TV's in the chat. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you here. I'm doing well. Crowd is very poor for this game. I haven't had. Oh, there we go. We've got to look on the broadcast now, as we are about to kick off. A sunny one. I wonder what the temperature is over there. If John's still here, John's live at the match. Let us know what the temperature is at the stadium, John. But we have kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. HBF Park, over there in Perth. Lovely stadium, which is hosting the Socceroos later this year. Cool. The timer is ticking. Obviously, with the YouTube stream, we might see a slight delay here from the broadcast that you're watching. So just please be aware of that. And we'll keep an eye on how these two teams are setting up. Looks like it is David Williams and Taggart playing through the middle for Glory up top. And having a look at the Wanderers, in fact, there might be a slight alteration from maybe the expected lineup. That's Brana Borello, who looks like he's playing out on the right-hand side. Milos Ninkovic taking up a central role. In behind Antonsen, and Sonny Kittel appears to be playing off the left. Again, all these guys could sort of shuffle around, but I think the expectation was we might see Borello through the middle alongside Antonsen, which we have seen this season. Early challenge from Aiden Simmons, and just a minute in, we've got the first yellow card of the game. Referee not happy with that challenge from Simmons. I mean, it was late, that's for sure. Yellow card worthy? I guess Daniel Benny is breaking away there, but I think many occasions this season you see challenges like that, especially, around that halfway line not booked. 32 degrees, warm one. Won't be going to the Rouge Lebanon match, but very keen to watch the Roos hopefully continue our winning ways in World Cup qualification. Majeka Dumney at the back, alongside Latchman for Glory. Valuable minutes for the young defender who has had limited time in the Glory setup this season. But without the likes of Beavers and Alexander Shushnya, who is out injured for this game, I believe. Chance for young Majeka Dumney to step up here. Justin in the chat says, hey there, the Welly Sid game was a good one to watch. Great game. Yeah, I caught the second half of it, and looked like a really tight contest. Wellington Phoenix holding on for a 2-1 win. Valuable 3 points for Wellington. Huge win for them. Lifts them back to the top of the table. And in front of a pretty solid crowd at Eden Park in Auckland as well. Just missed Troy's comment a moment ago about Bezanik. Is he injured? Sid Football replied saying he has left West Sydney Wanderers. They haven't officially announced it. Yeah, the funny one with Oli Bezanik. Oli Bezanik obviously spent the first part of this campaign, on loan at Perth Glory. That loan ended in the mid-season transfer window in January. Since then, Oli Bezanik has not been sighted on a football pitch, in the A-League at least. Western Sydney Wanderers looking to control possession here early on. Bit of space on the right for young Aiden Simmons, who delivers. Decent cross, far post. Kittle keeps it in. Whistle's blown now. And the offside flag is up. Knicks fan says crowd at Eden Park was 18K. Good signs for Auckland when Auckland FC debut. Yeah, man. I mean, it's every time Wellington play up there, they get good crowds. It seems to be at Eden Park. So yeah, man. Hopefully we see similar numbers when Auckland FC come to the competition. Wanderers again, applying the pressure. Looking for a route through. Ninkovic off the left-hand side. Here's Borello sneaking in. And again, we're seeing a bit of that rotation from that front four for Wanderers. So again, from the start, looked like Kittle on the left, Ninkovic through the middle. This time it was Ninkovic popping up on the left. So the lineup graphic we see here, we'll certainly see a bit of rotation. Marcus Antonsen now taking up a position on that right flank. Score prediction for this one. In my prediction video this week, I said 3-1. And I'm not feeling as confident now. I'm going to go maybe 2-1 Glory. Maybe 2-1 Glory. I think based off current form and everything, I think Glory should be able to get a result. But look, this is an experienced Wanderers side that I like the move from Marco Redan to play an experienced team here, considering the circumstances and the 7-0 loss just a few days ago. Just, bring on the experienced lads just to settle things down. Here's Jack Clisby playing against his former club. Wanderers have a corner. Warland plays it behind. What else are we saying in the chat? Stephen. G'day, Stephen. Says, reckons it's going to be 1-0 Glory. Troy, yes. There has been some word around this, hey. Troy says, I did hear Nizzy is leaving for City next season and Ballard to a Portuguese club. Yes, there was an article, I think it was on football.com.au. Here's the Wanderers corner. Marcelo misses it. It's going to come out to Priestman. Finds Antonsen in the box. Marcus Antonsen, another corner for the Wanderers. Good defending by Rawlins. Yeah, man. Look, we'll see if the deals come to fruition. It's fantastic and well in for Ballard if he heads overseas to the top flight in Portugal. I mean, that'd be fantastic. Hey, look, it'd be heartbreaking for Mariners fans to see Nizzy play for another A-League club. He's good enough to be playing, in Asia and Europe. So I'm sure there's going to be other clubs from overseas making bids for him, man. Surely. All right. Another Wanderers corner here. Jordan Hendricks. Wanderers have looked okay for the opening moments in this game. Looking to make sure they start on the front foot. Long-range strike is easily saved by Ollie Sale, and Glory survived that early attack. Again, some more rotation from that Wanderers front four. Brandon Borello is now dropped out to that right side. Sonny Kittle through the middle. It's the third time we've noticed a bit of rotation in those front four positions. You've probably got to say all those four players when you look at Borello, Antonsen, Kittle, Ninkovic can sort of play anywhere across that front four if you like. They're a flexible group. You'll see Priestman and Hendricks anchoring things in the centre of midfield. Yes, indeed. I think it is a top division club in Portugal, hey? For Maxi Ballard, which is fantastic. He's done a great job over the last few years for Mariners. So, potentially more of those grand final winners heading off after this season. Wanderers building nicely once again. Looking for the space, moving the ball well. Milos Ninkovic involved. Majeka Dumney has to play it behind for another corner. 9 minutes almost ticked by now, and Perth Glory conceding the corners. This will be the third one for the game so far already, hey? No worries. Stephen, she's from Boston, as in Boston from the US. Wow. Cheers for tuning in, Stephen. Says go Glory. Perth Glory looking to get 3 points here to keep them within touching distance of that top six. It's been a tricky campaign for Alan Stagic's side, but in the last couple of months, they've been quietly building some good form. Stefan Kolikovsky currently receiving a bit of treatment here on the pitch. Almost 10 minutes in, and this game's flown by already. Games from this stage on, man. Well, even just from like a few weeks ago onwards, from here out, every game is important from here. It is critical that teams pick up maximum points, especially these teams in the bottom six, because time is well and truly running out. Dude, look at the shed end for Perth Glory. It's packed out. Marcelo, header on target. Ollie Sale had to make a save there. It's another corner. Wanderers racking up the corner tally early here in the game. You're going international, brother, says Stephen. It's always good to see the international viewers. Occasionally we get people from the UK, from the States occasionally as well, South America. It's good to see. It's good to see that the A-League is getting some global attention. Sonny Kittle's delivery. Oh, great header, and it's in, and it's the first goal. It's Brandon Borrello, Socceroo striker, called up this week, and he scored the first goal of the match. Important goal for Western Sydney Wanderers. Important goal for Brandon Borrello. Struggled with injury this season. And dude, I tell you what, Ollie Sale will be really disappointed with that. Borrello, near post, great leap, but Ollie Sale has to keep that out. That's a shocking error from the Kiwi keeper. Wanderers have a 1-goal lead just after 11 minutes. What is Ollie Sale doing? Oh my goodness. Brandon Borrello loves it. Wanderers love it. And tell you what, man, they're showing it on the broadcast now. That's his first goal of the season. He's only played 12 matches. He missed a chunk of the season. A couple months with injury. He's only been back for a few weeks. First goal of the campaign. He was so good last year, Brandon Borrello. Injuries have really halted things this time around. That goes down as a goal for the Socceroo striker. But, gee whiz, shocking error by Perth Glory goalkeeper Ollie Sale, who surely had to keep that one out. Glory looking to just get their first attack of the game. They haven't had anything going forward here so far, Perth Glory. What can they do just to get themselves on the ball at least, get themselves some possession? Because Western Sydney Wanderers have been dictating things so far, and you know, we talked about those corners, 4 corners in quick succession, and it paid off on that 4th corner. The goal comes for Borrello. Great, really crucial goal there, especially early on in the game, considering the way the games have gone recently for Wanderers, man. Just to settle the nerves a little bit, put them in front. But I tell you what, Perth Glory at home are a tricky customer to deal with. They have shown on so many occasions this year and years prior, regardless of where they are on the ladder, Perth Glory, and regardless of where their opponents are on the ladder, they are a threat, especially in second halves. And, well, I'll tell you what, they're showing those shot stats in the broadcast. 5 shots to 0 to the Wanderers. 5 shots. 3 of those on target already. Glory yet to register a shot. And yet to have much possession at all in their attacking half. So they're just going to try and get their foot on the ball here. Mustafa Amini wrestling for it in midfield. It's nice to break clear. Challenged by Borrello. Glory with the free kick. Troy asks, do we know when we play our next AFC Cup match? Looking forward to it. Yes, the dates have been locked in. I don't think the times have been locked in, but the dates and locations have been locked in. So I believe it's the 17th of April and the 24th of April. So Mariners will play away in the first leg on the 17th of April. And then Mariners will play the second leg at home on the 24th of April. So, exciting time for Central Coast Mariners in the AFC Cup. Sydney Football TV says Perth Glory are just going backwards and sideways at the back and the middle. Moving forward this time from the free kick. Let's see if they can conjure something here. But I know Collie with the delivery. That Wanderers defence looking pretty solid in the opening quarter of an hour. Collie with another long-range delivery. Kolakowski struggling to keep that in play. So, Perth Glory, man, this is where they've struggled a lot this campaign. That creativity in attack has been lacking. Adam Taggart, when he's had the chances, he's put them away. He's been in fantastic goal-scoring form, Adam Taggart. But there's been plenty of times this season where they've struggled to break down their opponents. Mark Ryan in the chat, how's it going? So what's the difference between CEO and owner of a club? I'm no businessman, but to my knowledge, the CEO sort of, I guess, conducts, is basically the boss of the company in terms of the operations of the company and working with the employees, whereas the owner, literally, that's what they are. They own the club. They fund the club. That wasn't really a very good description. So, but that's roughly, to my understanding, what their roles are. Western Sydney Wanderers finding plenty of time and space on the ball in the early stages of this match. Nice little move to get Sonny Kittle down the left. Ninkovic in support. Good play from the Wanderers early on, man. Ninkovic in the box. This is nice. Love it. Can he find a route through? Not quite. Milos Ninkovic coming to the end of his A-League career. It's been a fantastic career. Won trophies and accolades at Sydney FC. Surely the referee has to stop the game there. He got in the way of the play. But already, 17 minutes in, we've seen the likes of Kittle, Ninkovic linking up a number of times. And again, a lot of fluidity across that front four. Players shuffling around. Good to see Sonny Kittle starting tonight, though. A player of fantastic quality. He's played at some top clubs in Europe. As has Goran Hendricks as well. They've got some real class in this side, Wanderers. You look at the team on paper, and it's a team that you think should be winning games, eh? Perth Glory really sitting back to make sure they maintain a solid defensive block to not allow Wanderers space in behind. 18 minutes in, Wanderers have a 1-goal lead, courtesy of a header from Brandon Borello. Ollie Sale caught out at the near post. Pressure is relieved. As Perth Glory win a free kick by the looks of things there in their defensive half. Mark Ryan, to be honest, a fair point. So Mark says if Glory didn't have Taggart, they'd probably be wooden spooners right now. I tell you what, Mark, you're probably spot on. Not to say that they're a one-man team, if you like. But yeah, Taggart has been crucial for Perth Glory to winning games, obviously. And look, the likes of Williams and Kolakowski, they've had good seasons, but Taggart has been huge for Perth Glory. And yeah, you wonder what they would have done without him. Glory coming forward with a chance here. Daniel Benny with a strike, just wide to the left. And they've got a corner. First corner of the game for the home team, Daniel Benny, who announced himself during pre-season last year in that friendly match against West Ham United. Scored a fantastic goal. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hello from the Netherlands. Thanks for tuning in. Giordano Colli taking his corner delivery in front of those travelling Wanderers fans there. You can see the red and black in that top right-hand corner. Majeka Domni keeping the ball in play. Perth Glory just earlier recorded their first shot of the game. What do they got here? Some nice passing play. Williams with a wicked delivery. Amini trying to keep it up the field. Nice delivery. Ninkovic has to head it behind. Another corner. Minutes in. Glory finally finding a little bit of attacking momentum here. A warm afternoon in WA. Another delivery from Colli, far post. Majeka Domni back across the face of goal, but straight into the arms of Lawrence Thomas. Lawrence Thomas not picked in the upcoming Socceroos squad. He was, of course, involved in the Asian Cup. Socceroos goalkeepers for the upcoming qualifiers, Matty Ryan, Tom Glover, and Joe Gauci. So Tom Glover joins the squad, of course. Tom Glover playing his football at Middlesbrough in the English Championship. Troy says, Perth have been lacking that quality since Castro left. So it's good that Taggart is now filling that void. And look, his good form has earned him a call up to the Socceroos, eh? Graham Arnold has taken notice. And a guy who had sort of fallen out of favour with the Socceroos for the last 12, 18 months has made a return. You might remember Taggart was playing, I think it was in those matches against New Zealand prior to their World Cup in 2022. And we haven't seen him in the green and gold since then. But credit to him, man. He's returned to Australia for the last couple of years. And this season, he's been fantastic. One of the best strikers in the league. And Graham Arnold had no choice but to bring Taggart back into the international setup. Mark says, Perth getting a national team game is good. To be honest, it's been a long time coming for them. Yeah, man, it's great to see. You always want our national teams playing across the country, and the Socceroos returning to Perth in June this year to take on Palestine as well, I believe. Of course, we had the Matildas, played a bunch of games there late last year as well. Olympic qualifiers. .23 minutes played. Wanderers 1, Glory 0. Important opportunity for the Wanderers here to get 3 points and end this losing streak that they've been on. Lost the last 3 games. I'll tell you what, as I mentioned a moment ago, Perth Glory, man, especially if this is the result, even in heading into that second half, you've got to watch out for them because they are terrifying towards the end of games. They will throw everything at you. And more often than not, they find the back of the net. Hopefully they get a good attendance, which I'm sure they will. Yeah, you'd think so. Hey, it's a big occasion when the national team comes to your city. So, yeah, hopefully a big crowd in Perth. We've got the Matildas heading to Adelaide as well in May, I'm pretty sure. Mark asks, is Gosford a suburb or a city? Great question. Well, it's definitely a suburb. Being someone who lives in the Gosford area, I would not call it a city. So it's a suburb. You'd probably call it a major suburb. But as someone who lives on the Central Coast, yeah, man, Gosford certainly isn't the highlight of the Central Coast. I'll tell you that right now. I guess it's like the most notable suburb, and it's where a lot of, I guess, businesses are and everything. But it's the beaches when you want to be hanging out when you come to the Central Coast. Anyway, Perth Glory looking to get themselves on the attack once again, trying to find a route through this Wanderers defence, and they're struggling to do so far. Credit to the Wanderers and staying organised at the back, playing up from the back here. Perth Glory looking to apply some pressure, trying to win the ball. Nicely done by Wanderers, but great chance here. Taggart's in. Coley won the ball. Really smart pass forward to Taggart, who was in so much space. And young Alex Bonity, Wanderers centre back, did really well just to wrestle the ball off Taggart there. But what a chance, man. I tell you what, I mean, Taggart's first touch really let him down there. Because the pass was good. But look at that. The first touch just skipped away from him. If he'd controlled that a bit better, it could have been 1-1 easily. But anyway, we've got another corner. Do you have cities on the Central Coast or just consist of suburbs? Yeah, definitely suburbs. I would say just suburbs. To me, I don't know what it's technically regarded as, but the Central Coast is definitely like a regional area, in my eyes at least. Central Coast is a locality, if I'm not mistaken. I've never even heard that term, locality. Yeah. I guess Central Coast is like a region or whatever, or a locality, as you said then. But yeah, and then you've got like a number of suburbs in the Central Coast. So, actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I wouldn't call Gosford. It's not like Gosford's like the overall city or like the overall name for the region. Gosford's just like one suburb in the Central Coast. Anyway, we're watching a game of football because I almost missed a goal. Wanderers managed to clear it out. But Perth Glory still on the attack. I agree, Troy. We definitely have the best beaches. That might be a little biased, but yeah. Perth Glory. Amini with the ball. Looking for that far post. But Wanderers come away with it. Simmons with a bit of space. Hayden Simmons, fan favourite Wanderers. He had a breakout season last year and it's probably been your first choice starting right back at Wanderers this year, Hayden Simmons. Wanderers back in possession. Really important first goal here for the Wanderers in this game tonight. Just to settle the nerves and put them in a position where they don't have to play too risky now. They can control the game, control possession, dictate things. Walden's trying to break forward, jostling with Borello. Benny picking it up now. Benny with the hit. Corner for Perth Glory. They're starting to rack up the corners now as well. Daniel Benny. Pretty keen to score here tonight. There's already a couple shots from the youngster. Not afraid to fire from range. Scored a lovely goal, as we mentioned, against West Ham in that pre-season friendly. Good seeing Amini injury-free at the moment. Absolutely, yeah. Mustafa Amini missed plenty of football in the past 12 months or so, hasn't he? In the last couple of years, he struggled. But great to see him back, Mustafa Amini. A lot of people wondering whether he'd even play again for Perth Glory. He was nobody knew where he was, but the long path to returning to football action. And it's great to see him back playing consistently. And important that they got him back too, considering, as we were talking about before, they lost Bozanic. His loan wrapped up. And Mustafa Amini has slotted into that midfield alongside Giordano Colli. And has done a solid job this season, Mustafa Amini. Oh, chance here for Williams. Bouncing ball. Bonatig trying to win it, and nicely done, Bonatig. Really nicely done. It almost broke away there for David Williams. Taggart goes for the shot. What is he thinking? Adam Taggart is just like booted it out of the stadium. He's in a pretty good position there, and he received the ball, and surely he could have just taken the defender on and beat him. But he took it down, it was bouncing, and he just walloped it. I mean, that's, for a guy who's just been picked for the national team, that's a dreadful effort from Adam Taggart. Anyway, half an hour of football's been played in this game. If you're just tuning in, g'day, welcome to the stream. Coastwood Football, keeping up to all the Australian football content. Wanderers have a 1-goal lead, courtesy of Brandon Borello, Socceroos striker. And if you want to support the stream, you can hit the like button. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out. Feel free to jump in the chat, say g'day. You can also support the channel and myself by sending a super chat. Greatly appreciate any support. I'm just glad that you guys are here, man, hanging out. We're trying to create more awareness and more promotion, I guess you can say, for the A-Leagues in Australian football. A growing league with plenty of potential, and here comes Riley Wallen delivering it. Great interception by Marcelo. Wanderers haven't had the chance to attack for the last 5-10 minutes or so. Things have evened out a little bit. Mark says people don't appreciate the fitness of footballers. They run for 90 minutes, which is and of itself extremely difficult. Yep. Yeah, man. Wanderers with another opportunity to catapult themselves further up the pitch. They are enjoying a lot of time and space in midfield, Wanderers. We're seeing that's for sure. Mustafa Amini trying to get his Glory side to push up a little bit further and win the ball higher up the park. Sorry, Robert, just missed your comment a moment ago. Yes, I am a Tottenham fan. We are wearing a Spurs jersey tonight. I love this one. This is the dark green away kit from a few seasons ago. This, of course, is the final A-League men's match before the international break. The Socceroos in action this week, Thursday night. They're in Sydney at Combank Stadium, taking on Lebanon. And then once again, playing Lebanon in Canberra on the following Tuesday. Two matches that Socceroos will be looking to grab maximum points from and really secure their place on top of the group standings in Group I, World Cup qualifiers. Sonny Kittel, nice play. Wanderers getting in behind and in the box. Oscar Priestman involved in the attack. Did he keep it in play? Refs says yes. But Glory managed to push Wanderers back out. Tan Lee asks, where's McLaren this season? It's a great question. And look, he has been playing. But the goals have not been there for the A-League's greatest ever goal scorer. And for the last couple of games, he has been benched. Jamie McLaren has been on the bench. Young Max Caputo has been preferred up front. And McLaren has been coming off the bench. So they're trying a different approach there at Melbourne City. Because, yeah, McLaren has just been really off it this season. But yeah, he's been playing. He's just He's not having impacts in games, man. And he's not that kind of striker. He's a poacher. Takes the chances in the box. So yeah, that's one of the fascinating stories developing this season. The fact that, a lot of people probably once again tipped McLaren to pick up the Golden Boot, as he has done so many times already so far. But for whatever reason, look, it could be because Melbourne City did make so many personnel changes in the off-season. Let's come back to that. Williams is in behind. Great save, Thomas. David Williams with the Perth Glory's best chance of the game. Daniel Benny involved. Great forward ball. And all of a sudden, Glory were in. And Lawrence Thomas called into action. Delightful. And as Mark says there in the chat, what a chance for David Williams. The reaction from the shed end. They thought it was heading in. So another set piece here for Perth Glory. Would love an equaliser in this first half to level things up before the break. Walland with that left-footed delivery. Taggart's header, just wide. 10 minutes to go in the half. Good save from Thomas, says John, and a nice through ball from Amini. Indeed, John, you're right. It's delightful play by Glory there. Just the pass through, and then so quickly they found the opportunity. David Williams with the best chance in the game. Looks like Wanderers are having a bit of a stoppage here. Not sure what's going on here. Why are we stopping? No one's being treated for injury. A bunch of players have gone over to the sideline and are having drinks, but there's no drinks break by the looks of things. Pretty bizarre what's going on here. Anyway. Not sure what's going on here. Like a handful of players just went over and had some drinks and we stopped playing, but we're back in now. Anyway. Mark says Josh Rollins is really good for his age. He's only 19. Indeed. One of Australia's most promising right backs. And as you mentioned, they're still very young. In his second stint at Perth Glory, he was there a couple of years ago and debuted as a very young player. I think he was only 16 or 17 when he debuted for the first team from memory. Headed overseas, now back at loan. Back on loan at Perth Glory and getting some regular game time, which is good to see. The Ollie Roo defender. Nice play, Glory. Walland looking to get forward and contribute to the attack, but Wanderers get numbers back. Sandro, where can I watch live? If you're in Australia, you can watch on 10 Bold, 10 Play, or Paramount Plus. International viewers, we had some folks in the chat earlier saying that you can watch on YouTube, I believe on the A-League's YouTube channel. Here's a great chance for the Wanderers. Antonsen's in behind. Huge opportunity. Sale makes the save. Kittle on the follow-up. Oh my goodness. Wanderers blow a huge opportunity to make it 2-0. Antonsen was through clean on goal. Great chance, Wanderers. Priestman, brilliant in the build-up. Ball in behind. Antonsen cuts in. Great save, Sale. Why didn't Sonny Kittle shoot? He went for the cutback and just missed his teammate. I know the angle was a little bit tight, but surely, I mean, the keeper's out. There was a defender there. But surely you just have a hit and it probably heads in. Anyway, Wanderers corner. Hendricks to the far post. Misses everyone. Priestman to deliver it back in, and it's just drifted across the face of goal. Love it, Troy. Homemade burgers, love it. Mark asks, who do you think has been the most overrated A-League player? Who do I think is the most overrated A-League player in your view? Interesting question. Overrated. Well, we were talking about Jamie McLaren before. I guess he has to be the answer, right? He's a guy who is the A-League's all-time greatest scorer. And I'm talking specifically this season, so not like overall general, but like I mean, this season, yeah, man. I mean, McLaren has really struggled. He's a player that I guess we expected to, you'd expect goals to see goals from him, man. And he has really struggled this year. So I guess he could be the answer. Tarnley says Kittle should have scored that. Absolutely. What a chance. Perth Glory now have a set piece opportunity. Bonatig with a header. Kolakowski. Can't find a teammate. We don't have long to go in this half, hey? Sandro also said, didn't Wanderers get pumped 7-0? Yes, indeed. Just a few days ago, it was Tuesday evening, Wanderers losing 7-0 to Melbourne City, their worst defeat in the club's history. A real dramatic scoreline, man, and it was crazy scenes too. Michael Redan, Wanderers coach, made 5 changes. He made all 5 substitutions at halftime. He wasn't happy with what he'd seen. And look, some of the players have been dropped from the squad that played in that match, the likes of Gabby Kleur and Tom Beadling, not playing tonight. Wanderers bench, they've got the likes of Shikluna. Beadling is, in fact, on the bench. Parias, Milanovic, Brook, Battleado. So it's a youthful bench for Western Sydney Wanderers tonight. Very youthful. Lawrence Thomas just picked up a yellow card. I'm not sure what for. What did Thomas just pick up a yellow card for? He must have missed something. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes to go in this half. It's been pretty entertaining so far. Pretty even. Both teams with opportunities, but it's Wanderers who have a slender lead. Perth Glory looking at their bench. Tsukamoto, Jacob Muir, Johnny Katrumbas, and Asmo, Gorman, and Osler. So again, youthful bench for Glory as well. You're going to say it's probably Wanderers who are just the stronger of the 2 benches, especially with someone like Nicholas Milanovic, who's been great this season for Wanderers. But even Milanovic, who's been scoring fantastic goals this season for Western Sydney, has been benched, and we're again going for the experienced players. But I'm sure we could see the likes of Nicholas Milanovic take to the field in the second half. Perth Glory have got their 7th corner of the match. Plenty of corners already in this first half. Amini's right-footed delivery straight to the hands of Lawrence Thomas. Sandra asks, where does Bailey Wright play now? He plays in somewhere in Southeast Asia. I can't recall the country. Let me look it up. Is it Thailand? Someone in the chat beat me to it. Bailey Wright, obviously, his previous club was Sunderland. Bailey Wright is currently playing at Lion City Sailors. That's it. In Singapore. Bailey Wright, a player as well who, we were talking before about Adam Taggart and how he'd slipped out of favour for the Socceroos but has returned now. But Bailey Wright, another one of those players who was involved in the Socceroos for a while there and hasn't been included in recent squads. Thanks for that, Mark and Ryan. Mark and Justin. Singapore indeed. Wanderers on the attack. This has been much better from Western Sydney, much better compared to this time on Tuesday when they were down. What was the halftime score? It was like 3 or 4-0 against Melbourne City at halftime. Borello, long range. Tell you what, wasn't too far away. Left foot too. Left foot. Kalen Magic's really good prospect, says Mark. Yeah, young defender. Who's great opportunity for him, getting some more game time here in the absence of the injured Alexander Shushnia. But yeah, man, he's on the ball right now and looks very tall, strong. And his passing so far has been good tonight. Dominic in the chat, how's it going? Says second half, Perth don't disappoint. You're absolutely right, Dominic. They are a team who really show up late, and I'm sure will prove a real test for Wanderers in the second half, especially if the scoreline today's as it is. Nicely done, Taggart wriggling through. Chance here for Glory. Coley hits it, blocked by Bonatig. Latter stages of this first half. Taggart in behind. Was that a shot? Was that a cross? Either way, it was a poor effort. Adam Taggart. So Glory have had the opportunities, have gotten to good spaces in this first period, but cannot find a way through. Best chance of the game for them has probably fallen to David Williams, who forced a good save out of Wanderers keeper Lawrence Thomas. But aside from that, they struggled to create any clear-cut opportunities. Stephen's watching this at 5 a.m. Wow. There you go. Two minutes of injury time, by the way. Stick around for half-time. We'll do a bit of a Q&A chat. So if you guys have any questions on anything A-Leagues or soccer is coming up, of course, as well, feel free to drop the questions in the chat. And we'll also play some, we might play some half-time griddle. Riley Warland. This pass is a bit too heavy. Goal kick. So, West Sydney Wanderers will be pretty content with this first half, you'd imagine. Done a good job. Perth Glory just need to get themselves on the ball a little bit more, get a bit more possession, and try and get some territory as well. Need to create some more chances here. Wanderers have looked pretty composed in possession. Surely that's a foul. Wow! Is that not a foul? Barella was wiped out. Anyway, we play on. And final chance here, surely for Glory. Long ball doesn't work out. Wanderers with the lead and a win here will take them back into the top 6, which is important. You've got to stay in touch with that top 6. Oh, here's a chance here. Coley's won the ball high at the park. Great chance. Oh, it's a goal. Adam Taggart does find that equaliser for Glory, capitalising on the mistake at the back. And Socceroos striker Brandon Borello. Well, not Brandon Borello. He did score earlier tonight. Adam Taggart. Our 2 Socceroos strikers have scored tonight. Nicely taken by Taggart. Let's go, lads, says Stephen. Beautifully taken. And right on the stroke of half-time, Wanderers have their goal. Glory have their goal, I mean. Really smart pass by Giordano Colli as well. Knew he had the teammate central. Taggart applying the pressure to win the ball back and then finishing off the move. No chance for Lawrence Thomas. Taggart has been clinical this season. What's that? Goal number 15 now, I think. For Adam Taggart, who has just been so dangerous in front of goal. 1-1. We've got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Fantastic stuff. The Perth Glory fans love it. They're celebrating in the shed end. And they're showing it on the broadcast. Now level with Bruno Fornaroli in the goal-scoring charts this season. Equal top of the goal-scoring charts now. Adam Taggart, 15 goals. Level with Bruno Fornaroli on 15. That's huge, man. What a season he's having. Surely half-time now. We've still got a free kick here. Sandra says, Perth always strike late. Always strike late indeed. We're going to watch out for them in that second half, hey? Still we play on, considering that we've already had a couple minutes over of the a lot of injury time. Now we do have half-time, entertaining half, man, and it's great to see both teams on the score sheet. 1-1. The two Socceroos strikers as well getting on the score sheet. Brian Abrello opening the scoring early on. That near post header. Ollie Sale would be disappointed that he didn't do better on that set piece. And then it was Adam Taggart, clinical in front of goal at the end there to level it. Really important goal as well to put Glory back level. And now we are all square heading into the second half. What do you guys make of it so far? Let me know. Do you guys have any thoughts or questions regarding the A-Leagues or any of the action that has taken place this weekend? Drop it in the chat. In just a moment, we are going to play some Griddle. For those that don't know, Griddle is an A-League player trivia guessing game, I guess you could say. And we're going to test our A-League knowledge in just a second. Appreciate you guys tuning in, of course. Make sure to hit the like button. You can also consider sending through a super chat. But thanks for just tuning in and hanging out on this, what is this, Saturday evening here in New South Wales, Australia. All right. Let's see if we can get our griddle up and going here. Bear with me. Bear with me, friends. There we go. There's our griddle. Apologies, we're doing this on the fly. So, we love doing a bit of griddle, man. It's a good chance for us to test ourselves. And hopefully we do better than what we did, what we've done in recent weeks, actually. Last couple of streams, we've struggled. On Thursday night when we did our stream, I did okay. Managed to get, I think we got 8 out of 9, which is okay. Let's see how we go here tonight. Griddle. So, let's see what we have here, hey? MacArthur FC, Newcastle Jets. We also got Sydney FC. Some interesting stats here as well. Looking for players. Looking for players here who have 5,000 plus days since their last game. Okay, so that's a long time, right? That's quite a long time. So it's really going to be testing our knowledge now. 35 plus years on debut, and we're also going to be looking for players who have 10 plus yellow cards. Wow. Okay, so we've got some tricky stats here, man. Tricky stats here. 35 plus years old on debut for MacArthur. Now, there's surely been a few. Craig Noon, maybe. Adrian Mariappa, maybe. Didn't he play a few games for them last season? What are our options here? This is going to be a tricky one, I just know. This is going to be really tough to get 100% on. But 35 plus years on debut. For Newcastle Jets, I'm thinking of going Emil Heskey. So let's do that. Let's just start there. Heskey. 34! Oh, dude, so close. So close. Curious to see the answers there, man. 35 plus years old on debut for MacArthur. And Adrian Mariappa. Who else could we go for there? Oh, like Ben Yat in that first season, or Susayeta. I don't know if they were that old, though. Don't know. Adam Federici, maybe. Adam Federici. 35. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. We got one wrong, one right. We came close on Heskey, though. Can't think of anyone else for Jets, though. It's weird. Okay, let's... goodness me, 35 plus years on debut and over 5,000 years since their last game. Romario, right? Who played a few games for Adelaide, right? There we go. Romario, 40 years old on debut for Adelaide. There you go. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We're looking for a player. Let's go for Sydney FC, who has played 5,000 5,000 days since their last game for Sydney FC. With Dwight York, I guess. Right? Surely. Dwight York. There we go. Okay. The top two ones, the top middle and top left, are going to be easy. So let's go for this bottom row here. 10 plus yellow cards and a player where it's been over 5,000 days since their last game. Maybe someone like Kevin Muscat. Maybe someone like maybe a Tony Vidmar, who played at Central Coast Mariners. Who else could we go for there that played in the early seasons? Kevin Muscat. Surely it's been over 5,000 days since his last game. Surely, right? You'd think so. Oh, no. 4,802. Damn. 10 plus yellow cards for the Newcastle Jets. Surely heaps of players we can go for here. I'm going to go for Matt Thompson. There we go, 15 yellow cards. 10 plus yellow cards for MacArthur FC. You're going to have to go for someone who's played a number of games for them. Maybe someone like Jake McGing. Maybe a Tommy Uscock. Jonathan Aspropotomides. Ivan Vujicic is probably a fair shout as well. I'm going to go Jake McGing, though. He's been there since day one. Surely he's got at least 10. Oh, no, 5. Oh, Jakey. Okay. Wow. Surely we can get these last two right. Player who has played for Newcastle and Sydney FC. There's been heaps. There's been so many. And we're going to go Trent Bahaji here. More of a current one. And a player who has played for both MacArthur FC and Sydney FC. Again, there's been a few. And we can go Mark Milligan. Mark Milligan, who's currently assistant coach of Adelaide United. There's our results. Let's have a look at some of the answers and the ones I got wrong. Oh, my goodness. Wes Houlihan, former Norwich City midfielder, of course, played for Newcastle Jets. Q Yallians. Goodness me, that's a real tricky one, isn't it? 10 plus yellow cards for the Bulls. We missed out on Bacchus. Oh, of course, he's been there for the last couple of years now. Mombua, Shushnia, Holman, Noon, Uscock. Uscock was the one I was thinking of going for as well. Wow. And then we missed out on Muscat. Let's look for a player who's picked up 10 yellow cards in 5,000 days since their last game. And you've got some real throwbacks here. Andrew Clark, Central Coast Mariner, back in the day. Marco Redan's there. Mila Jelinek. Wow. Craig Moore as well. Danny Tiato. Could have gone for him as well. Not the best result in Griddle, but I tell you what, it was a tricky one today. That was a tricky one. How'd you guys do in Griddle if you played? Let me know. Let me know. Man, that's tricky. I've never seen that stat, the 5,000 days since their last game. That's a crazy stat. That's a tricky one, dude. But if anyone did better than me, where did I get 6? Let me know. Sydney FC Newcastle Jets. Brandon O'Neill says Sydney FC supporter. Yeah, that's definitely one we could have gone for. Sure. Excuse me. Stay hydrated, folks. 1-1 between Perth Glory and Western Sydney Wanderers at half-time. It's been an entertaining game up to this point. It's the two Socceroos strikers who are on the score sheet. Brandon Borello scoring earlier on. And then right at the end of that half, man, in injury time, Adam Taggart capitalising on a mistake to level it up. And from here on out, as some of you guys have been mentioning as well, and rightly so, Perth Glory are terrifying in second halves when they're at home. So you'd imagine from this position, I tell you what, if Wanderers had maintained a 1-goal lead heading into half-time, They might have been all right to hold on for at least the win or a point. But from here, man, with the score being 1-1, you got to say Perth Glory are going to be favourites to come away here with a win, right? That's my take at least. Justin says, I missed Central Coast Mariners seeing we win the AFC Cup game. Did you guys win? Yes, Justin. Central Coast Mariners did qualify to the next stage. Central Coast Mariners took on Odisha FC from India in the recent interzonal semi-finals in the AFC Cup. Mariners won 4-0 in the first leg at home. Pardon me. And then a 0-0 draw in the second leg on Thursday night, which we were live for. We did a live watch along for that one, and a bunch of you guys were here for that. Appreciate you guys tuning in for that as well. That was good fun, and Central Coast Mariners 0-0 draw away from home in tricky conditions. Really should have scored a couple of goals in that game, but Mariners really weren't troubled. I believe that if the stats are correct, Odisha didn't have a single shot in that second leg, which is incredible considering that they really had to chase the game and score some goals. They legitimately didn't get a single shot. So Central Coast Mariners have had a pretty cruisy journey so far in the AFC Cup and are 3 games away from lifting the trophy. Yeah, man. So, look, if we can get through... It's really unknown territory. Like it's hard to predict these games because we're coming up against sides who we just have like no gauge of sort of like what to expect. You know, like our next match for the Mariners in the AFC Cup is coming up against a side from Kyrgyzstan, right? And I've watched some highlights and stuff, and they've actually had a really good AFC Cup campaign, and they've been scoring a lot of goals. They won their semi-final 8-1 on aggregate. They scored 8 goals across both legs. So it's clear to see they've got goal scorers on their team. They know how to score some goals. And I'm sure they're going to, especially at home, they're going to prove some difficulty for Central Coast Mariners. And it could be some tricky conditions as well. It could be some real cold conditions over in Kyrgyzstan. I was looking at like the weather at the moment, and it's potentially getting below 0 Celsius. So it's going to be really interesting for the Mariners to see how they go in that first leg in April. But look, if we can just maybe just come away with a draw at least from that first leg and head into the second leg at home and hopefully get the win. Central Coast Mariners very close to AFC Cup success, which would be truly remarkable for the club. That's for sure. Who do you take on next? Asked Justin. I'll be honest, I can't remember the name of the club off the top of my head because it's one of those tricky names. Let me look it up for you though. Someone can beat me to it in the chat though. Go ahead. But it's one of those names where they have like 3. There's like 3 names in the one. This is the name, Abdish Ata Kent. So they're a team from Kyrgyzstan, and they topped their league last year, which meant they qualified for the AFC Cup. And yeah, man, they've scored plenty of goals in this AFC Cup campaign, so it's not like they've really deserved to get through to this stage, man. So you'd imagine that Central Coast Mariners should have enough to get through. Again, I'm no expert on Kyrgyzstan football. If anyone in the chat is, I'd be amazed. But with the way Mariners have been playing in the AFC Cup, though, I think we should be getting through. Justin says some interesting clubs in the AFC Cup. Yeah, look, that's why it's so much fun, dude. We're like playing clubs from all over the place, and it's great, experiencing football in different countries and everything. Mariners in this cup campaign, AFC Cup campaign, have been to Indonesia, have been to Malaysia, have been to the Philippines, India now, and yeah, man, I've been to Macarthur, I've been to Campbelltown. So yeah, man, it's been a fun campaign so far, and look, it's obviously doesn't end here. We got this the matchup against the club from Kyrgyzstan, and then after that we're going to be taking on a team from the Middle East, from Oman, and I can't remember the other country. It might be Jordan, a club from one of those countries. So yeah, dude, hopefully we can get through, man. Like if Mariners could win the AFC Cup, it's huge. Because obviously, if Mariners win the AFC Cup, they qualify for the Asian Champions League Elite, as it's going to be known next year. So, which is awesome. Which means we don't have to worry about winning the championship to qualify. Obviously, we still want to win the championship, but yeah, you know what I mean. All right, second half. Let's do it. And I'll tell you what, we've got a substitution. Stefan Kolikovsky is off the pitch. And coming on is young Jaden Gorman. Hasn't had too much game time for the Perth Glory this year. And looks like there's a change for Wanderers as well. Tom Beadling's on the field. So this is interesting. We've got a couple halftime changes to talk about here. It'll be interesting to see who has come off for Wanderers there. We'll keep an eye out for it. But the second half is underway. Perth Glory 1, West Sydney Wanderers 1. Who takes it out from here? Who will be the hero? Justin says, it would be amazing if you could go all the way. It would help our coefficient as well. Indeed, Justin. Indeed. So, we'll update our lineup graphic in a second. We'll keep an eye on those changes that were made, but it is Jaden Gorman who was on the field for Perth Glory. Looks like he's playing on the left-hand side, so Daniel Benny's headed over to the right wing. And Thomas Beadling is on the pitch to replace Alex Bonatig. Bonatig, who was good, I thought, in that first half. Potentially carrying an injury, we don't know. But a change at the back here for Western Sydney Wanderers. So some fresh faces for both clubs. It was a pretty even contest in that first half, hey? As Wanderers that really dictated things in maybe the first 15, 20 minutes. But from there, it was pretty back and forth. Opportunities for both teams. But with that late equaliser for Perth Glory, just shakes up the game plan a little bit for Western Sydney Wanderers. Be fascinating to see what they do from here, whether they really try to push up and get some moves going forward here. This is nice, though. Wanderers, really good play. Priestman's delivery. Oh, is that a handball? Priestman reckons so. Referee doesn't think so. Look, dude, I'll tell you what, it looked like it hit the hand. Anyway, Taggart's almost in behind. Thomas clears it. End-to-end football. Brandon Barella goes down, and there's a free kick. And Priestman is pleading to the referee here. Did they check this handball? Here's a replay. Oh, dude. Okay, that definitely strikes his arm. 100% strikes his arm. There's no question about that. I tell you what, though, you got to say that's beside his body. I think that's pretty harsh if you're going to pull it up for a penalty. It's not his arm's definitely not in a unnatural position. Valhoon's in the chat. Good to see you here, man. Hope you're doing well. Justin says handball looked like definitely hit the arm, but correct decision was made there. No handball. No penalty awarded. So close one there though. I'll tell you what, if the arm was any further away from the body, might have been a tricky situation for young Majegadomni, who's been solid at the back so far in this game for his Perth Glory side. Doing a good job. Haven't caught a watch along in a while. Valhoon, thanks for jumping in, man. Yeah. I'm back on the watch alongs. We did one on Thursday night, a couple of nights ago, for the Mariners AFC Cup match. In the away leg. And great to jump on the Saturday night match here for this watch along. Big game. Plenty of Wanderers fans, I'm sure, tuning in Sydney to watch their team play on the other side of the country. And I'm sure they'll be much happier with how things are going so far in this match tonight. Justin says handball rule is silly now. Just make it simple. It hits. If it hits, it's a handball. I mean, I like your thinking there, Justin. I mean, and it would be great if it was that simple. It would be great, wouldn't it? But I guess it would be easy then just for an opponent just to go and flick the ball up to an arm and just earn a penalty, I guess. So look, it is tricky. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, eh? Yeah. Down the right-hand side, Perth Glory. Looking to find something going forward here. Breaks down for them. Wanderers, for the majority of this contest, have been pretty composed and solid at the back. Sonny Kittle in the middle of the park. Again, as we mentioned a few times in this first half, Wanderers enjoying plenty of time and space in the middle of the pitch. Wanderers getting numbers forward, and Perth Glory really just backing off. Don't want to risk anything. Simmons with the delivery. Rawlins can clear it. Six minutes into this half, 1-1. We had a penalty shout a few moments ago that waved away by the referee, which was, I'm probably going to say, with a correct call. Here's a chance for Glory. Ball inside, cleared away by Marcelo. Really important inclusion back into the squad, Marcelo. The leadership that he brings at the back. Got our updated lineup on the screen for you. Daniel Benny's playing off that right wing for Perth Glory, and young Jaden Gorman, who has had limited minutes this season, is off that left-hand side wearing number 27. Wanderers' substitution came at the back. Left centre back, Tom Beadling is on to replace Alex Bonatig. So you can only imagine that Bonatig is probably carrying an injury of some sort or something, because he was good in the first half, I thought. Coley. Glory is still in a good position. Can they capitalise? In front of the shed end. A long ball in behind. Taggart got a foot on it. Couldn't steer it on target. Adam Taggart has had a few opportunities this match. He's only taken the one so far. But he's a guy where if he gets any time or space in the box, and with the right delivery, he'll put it away. That one was just a bit too long for him. Wanderers now on the attack. Borello with a flat delivery. Was looking for Kitzel. Latchman gets that clearance away for a corner. They're just showing on the broadcast next 5 games for Western Sydney Wanderers. Macarthur, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne City, and Victory. That's tricky, dude. And I actually made a video about it as well earlier in the week after that Melbourne City Wanderers game as well. Made a video about it, just talking about the current situation at Western Sydney Wanderers and how tricky it's looking for them. And considering the run-in that they do have, I mean, this is a big game for them, man. This is a game that they really have to win, because the next 5 fixtures or so are going to be really tough for Wanderers. Macarthur are playing great football this season. They host Brisbane, which you'd imagine they can win as well. But then, it's Sydney away in the derby and Melbourne City and Victory. It's tricky. Tricky, man. 10 minutes into this second half. 1-1. Wanderers on the corner. Tough fixtures indeed, Stephen. I think it's going to be tricky for Wanderers to pick up many points from here on out. I think you're looking at this game, man. This is the big one. If they can get a winner, it'll be huge. Corner comes in. Sale with a punch. Glory can hit on the counter-attack here. They've got numbers forward. Williams looking for Gorman. Gorman's got it. Oh, that's a bad foul. Gorman rips to the floor by Priestman. He's asking for the booking, and I tell you what, I think Gorman's got a point there. He was shoved to the floor when he could have potentially broken away. I tell you what, man, there's a promising attack building there for Glory. Surely a yellow card could have been brandished there. Glory forward. Once again, David Williams. Got to do better there, man. Got to do better there. Dominic says terrible header. Williams should be 2-1. Huge opportunity. Delivery was all right, too. He hung it up high. But none of that, like Marcelo didn't challenge for that or anything. Wanderers just let it fall, and Williams, man, as Dominic says there, really should have done better. It wasn't great. Oh, how's that a foul? Wow. Gorman adjudged to have fouled Simmons. It looked like a 50-50 challenge. I don't know, man. They're showing the replay. I don't see the foul on that. Another replay of that Williams chance they're showing here. And oh, goodness me. What a chance. What is he... I tell you what, it's the balls come down from a very high distance, altitude. So maybe that's part of why Williams struggled to strike it cleanly. But I mean, what a chance! Good chance for Williams, says Justin. Glory. Oh, great space here on the right-hand side. Rawlins up from right back, pushing forward. Beadling cuts it out for Wanderers. Dude, I tell you what, this is turning into a really nice game. It's opening up a little bit now in the second half, and both teams are having chances. Feels very even indeed. Meany. Warland. Perth Glory. Well, we're talking a moment before about how this is an important game for Western New Wanderers, and again, when you look at their run in for the rest of the season, they really have to win this one. But Glory, man, Same thing could be said for them. They need to win as many games as possible from here on out. And substitution here for the Wanderers. And as we touched on it in the first half, no surprise that Nicholas Milanovic is entering the field, as is Lockie Brook. And Ninkovic and Borello are the ones coming off the pitch. So some fresh legs in the wide positions. Great season so far for both Brook and Milanovic, but especially Milanovic, who has been very, very good this year so far. So we expect Lockie Brook to play off that right wing. Nikola Milanovic, who is great on his left foot especially, to play off that left. So, plenty of goal threat still for Western Sydney Wanderers, despite Borello and Ninkovic coming off. Glory on the attack once again. Another cross here from Rawlins, and it's got to be a corner. Looked like a defensive header from Aiden Simmons. It certainly looked like a defensive header. He was disappointed the decision was a corner, though. So, this is classic Perth Glory at home, man. Second half in front of the shed. They are pushing. We didn't see this kind of intent in the first half. It almost seems to be their game plan, where they're just like, let's absorb everything in the first half and then just throw everything at them in the second half. And Riley Warland, who has the left foot, has come over once again for this corner opportunity. Delivery is not great. Goes all the way back to Ollie Sale, who can start it again for Glory. Fresh lineup graphic on the screen. Brook and Milanovic on for Wanderers. So that's a different kind of threat that Wanderers have to deal with now. Maybe get a little bit more pace from the likes of Milanovic and Brook compared to someone like Milos Ninkovic, who maybe isn't as fast as he used to be. The Wanderers veteran. Justice says Perth created some good chances indeed, Justin. Indeed. If they keep this up, surely the goal is coming for Glory. We've played over an hour of football. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this live watch along. It's been very enjoyable so far. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you have, hit the like button. Helps out a whole ton. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I've done a few videos this week on some big news regarding the announcement of Auckland FC. My reaction to the announcement. Done some videos on the Socceroos as well as talking about Western Sydney Wanderers, especially this week. Keep an eye on the Socceroos preview coming out on Monday. You can also support the channel by sending through a super chat, which greatly supports the channel and the content. Mustafa Amini, long ball, little bit too long from Amini, who's worked hard in midfield for the home side. But you can see Daniel Benny once again trying to get forward. So Perth in those wide areas. I mean, Benny, Gorman in the wide positions, and even from the fullback positions, the likes of Rawlins getting forward now. Come Wanderers though. Lockie Brook cutting in. Space for Hendricks, who can hit it if he wants, and he does. But it's straight at Ollie Sale. Got some good power on that, eh? Yodet Hendricks, who's been good this year for Wanderers, hasn't he? Stephen says, followed all your socials and subscribed. Happy I stumbled into a channel. Stephen, appreciate that, man. Really, really appreciate that. And glad you found the channel, mate. Appreciate it. Perth haven't played. I mean, he's down and does not look well. He hasn't moved. Play continues here. This is interesting. Milanovic is in behind. No one's there to tap it in. And Mustafa Amini, is he okay? He still hasn't moved. He's now going to be treated. But he does not look in a good way. Mustafa Amini, having a look at the replay. Well, I tell you what. Where did it go wrong for Amini? Did he went in for a sliding tackle? I tell you, am I missing something? I can't see where it went wrong there for Amini. They are looking at the leg, potentially a hamstring here, knee. More substitutions here for Perth Glory. And Amini is going to come off anyway. And Nasmo's coming on. So Amini will be leaving the field regardless. Trent Ostler's also coming onto the field as well. So a double change here for Perth Glory, 65 minutes in. More fresh legs. Mustafa Amini worked really, really hard in this match. He's coming off the pitch. David Williams as well. No goal tonight for Williams. Had a great chance a few moments ago, David Williams, to make it 2-1. Didn't get the power on the header. So, it looks like Trent Ostler will slot into that midfield role alongside Colley. Meanwhile, Joel Nasmo to play up front alongside Adam Taggart. Gorman. Nice pass. Oh, this is a great chance here for Glory because the space is opened right up. Taggart, the pass to Benny. Huge chance. The shot is saved. Taggart on the follow-up. It's blocked. Benny's there again. Taggart again. Blocked again. And Wanderers clear. Oh, my goodness. One of the most dramatic moments in this game so far. Wanderers survive desperate defending from a team who conceded 7 goals just 5 days ago. Oh, my goodness. Bodies in the way. Taggart with 2 opportunities. Benny with a shot as well. What a chance. And Glory are in behind again. The pass is in for Taggart, who makes an air swing. Gorman! Blocked away by Simmons. Perth Glory are on fire right now, and Wanderers are simply just holding on for dear life. Oh my gosh. What a moment. Namar's in the chat. Good to see you here, Namar. Namar, a Western Sydney Wanderers fan, of course. So, Perth Glory really pushing here, as we expected in this second half. Huge opportunity for them to grab 3 points. What a move here by Gorman. What a run. The delivery doesn't quite match it. Straight to the hands of Thomas. Jaden Gorman has been electric since coming on at halftime. There's our updated lineup graphics on the screen. Most recent substitutions. Ostler on into midfield. And Anasmo is playing up front alongside Adam Taggart. Wow, what an opportunity. I tell you what. Perth Glory, man, kicking themselves if they don't go on to win this game. 3 massive chances. They should have scored. David Williams with a great heading opportunity about 10 minutes ago as well. Wanderers, what have they got in response? They did so well to defend that, Western Sydney Wanderers. And Nasmo looking forward for Taggart. just the speed that they're attacking with as well. Glory, as soon as they get the ball, they are flying forward. Warland now on the left wing. The delivery towards Taggart is great, and Taggart can't keep the header down. They're averaging a shot every single minute at this rate, Perth Glory. This is remarkable. Newey Jets says Perth are pushing indeed. Indeed. Amini all right, says Stephen. Well, he walked off the pitch, so he was able to do that. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. We'll wait and see. Oh, Adam Taggart. Those are the kind of chances that he thrives on. But that header was just a little bit too high for him. Couldn't get over it and control it. Boston, good to see you in the chat. I'm doing well, man. Good to see you here. Nama says, I can't believe West Sydney Wanderers still in this indeed. Yeah, it's considering the chances the Glory have had. This is pretty remarkable. They're just showing the shot stats on the broadcast. Perth Glory, 19 shots to Wanderers 9. And remember back to early on in the game, Perth Wanderers opened the match with 5 shots to Perth's 0. Wanderers had the first 5 shots of the game. But since then, Perth Glory have registered 19 shots on goal. Wanderers with a total of 9. Expected goals for Perth Glory, 1.83. 20 minutes remaining. Still plenty of football to be played. This is intense A-League action. Gorman, really nice pass forward. Just misses Anasmo. Wanderers with a chance to launch forward. Priestman opts to go backwards. But considering the Wanderers' current form, a draw wouldn't be a terrible result here. What is always a tricky away trip for A-League sides when they head over to WA. Boston says, I'm going to our game on the 30th. I assume you're talking about Sydney v Mariners, Boston. Should be a good one. Lockie Brook infield for the Wanderers. Hendricks is there. He's been integral to everything for the Wanderers in this match. Sonny Kittle, who's been a little bit quiet. Forward for Antonsen, and it breaks down. So Wanderers really struggling now in attack. And oh, what a play here. Nasmo has beaten Marcelo and is in behind. Can square it up here. What an interception by Beedling. Taggart was unmarked in the centre. But, oh my God, Joel Anasmo, the way he burst past Marcelo. Really bizarre move by Marcelo just to fly into the challenge, and Anasmo was clean through. Wow, dude. Crazy. Again, they're showing that replay. What is Marcelo thinking there? He's just flying in. And Anasmo got to it first easily. Oh my gosh, that again, what an opportunity for Glory. I mean, Beedling with an incredible interception. And again, we think back to Tuesday night when Wanderers conceded 7 against City. Well, they are doing fantastic. They're doing a fantastic job of keeping it just to 1 here tonight against Perth Glory. Much better defensive display from Wanderers, but can they keep it up for the remainder of the game? Benny is clean through. They're finding so much space, Glory. Benny into the box. The delivery. Back out to Benny. He'll take the throw. Steven says, how many chances are they going to squander? I mean, it's remarkable. I mean, again, as I said, like from here on out, if Glory don't win this game, they've only got themselves to blame. This is pretty incredible, the amount of goals and opportunities they're having. The goal's got to come for sure. Glory just edging possession in the second half as well. Gorman in a good position. Nice little cut inside, but loses it. This is exciting football from Perth Glory, man. And again, it's the classic thing that we see when they play at home at HBF Park, especially in second halves. That's where they really show up and look so dangerous. Milanovic, though, forward here for Wanderers. Great move. Milanovic. Back for Kittel, who hits. Oh, just wide. Sonny Kittel. So close to his first A-League goal. Would have been against the run of play too. He was curling it, but couldn't find that far corner. Ollie Sale was stretching. To be fair, if it was on target, I reckon Sale might have just got to that. Anyway, shots at goal for the second half on the broadcast. 8 for Perth, just the 2 for Wanderers. 13 touches in the opposition box for Perth Glory in the second half, just the 2 for Western Sydney. So, $15 minutes remaining, plus injury time. Daniel Benny with a lot of energy here off this right wing. Riley Wallen getting involved. Glory committing numbers forward. Wanderers being tested at the back, and Nasmo cutting in. Nice play. Benny in the box. Gorman! Oh my goodness. Gorman misses to the left. This is quite incredible what we're seeing here. Some of the most clear-cut chances you'll see in a football match, and Perth Glory are missing every single one. Gorman has to score there, surely. Jaden Gorman. Alan Stajic with the hands on the head. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. Chance after chance for Perth Glory. Tell you what, if Wanderers hold on here just for the draw, it's going to be remarkable. I mean, if they're going to win it, it'd be absolutely heartbreaking for Perth Glory. Wanderers again just on possession now, just looking to settle it down and dictate things once again. You can see that the press from Glory much more intense in the second half too. It's quite clear the game plan from Alan Stajic to really press in the second half. Benny. Why is there so much space for Glory? Where is the Wanderers' defence? Well, not so the defence, but the midfield aren't tracking back. Glory just waltzing forward and just in great areas of the park. Bit of an alteration here. Looks like Rawlins might have swapped to centre back. Magic Adumni is up on that right-hand side now, up from right back. Great chance. A ball inside, bouncing around once again. Hendricks gets it away. Not the most decisive clearance. Free kick Glory. Now, that's an interesting call. A couple players went down, and Hansenson had judged to have brought down Gorman. I can see how the Wanderers would be disappointed with that call. Well, where's the... Oh, okay. Hansenson maybe just accidentally tangled up. Well, I'll tell you what. That is a harsh call. Look at that replay. Hansenson has done nothing wrong. Gorman has just tripped. He's running for the ball, and Hansenson's on the floor. And Gorman is running for the ball, just accidentally trips on his leg. There's no way that's a foul. So Sean Evans has unfortunately made a huge error here. And it could cost Wanderers because Glory have a free kick opportunity on the edge of the box. Nama says I would take a 1-1 draw. So, Giordano Colli with a right-footed option. Riley Warland with a left-foot option here. Lawrence Thomas lining up his wall. What a moment here in front of the shed end for Perth Glory. 5 players in the wall for Western Sydney, edge of the box. Here we go. Wallen to hit. Oh, great save. Great save, Thomas. It was close to the keeper. But he had to be on his toes there. Lawrence Thomas parrying it away to his right. Good effort. Dude, a great effort from Wallen, man. He curled it around the wall, but Thomas was always going to save that. Here's the corner for Glory. Collie cleared away at the near post. Cleared away a second time, but Glory back in possession. Collie, a lot of space on this left-hand side. Feeds it through for Benny, who's into the box. Squares it up. Referee gets in the way. Collie's not happy because the referee got in his way there and could have been clean through. Anyway, Wanderers back in possession. Dude, this second half has been non-stop action. This has been a great game. From a neutral point of view, I don't know about Glory and Wanderers fans, bro. But from a neutral point of view, I've enjoyed this very much. Hendricks. Wanderers. You can see Wanderers are way slower in attack. They're just taking their time. A lot of patience. And you can sense the energy from Perth Glory. You can see them defending and so keen to just win the ball back and just go on the counter attack. Wow. Nama says, can Rudan change the team? Play Gurich, Sapsford, Ewell, and Eunice. Got plenty of promising young players, don't they, Wanderers? Live ladder they're showing on the broadcast. Wanderers still just outside the top 6, but level on points with Melbourne City. We're going to have another change here. Wanderers bringing off Jack Clisby and Dylan Shikluna is going to come on to play on the left-back position. Huge gaps in midfield for Western Sydney Wanderers, says Justin. Absolutely right. Perth Glory finding plenty of joy there. Which is completely different to that first half. Wanderers are really dominating the midfield in that first half, hey? But in this second half, Perth Glory have just had so much space and time. Shakluna's on for Western Sydney. So it's a corner here for Wanderers. A rare set-piece opportunity in the second half. Delivery's good. Magic Odumni, great rise and clearance. And Glory survive. Lockie Brook. Nice pass out here. Sonny Kittle into the box. Great chance here. Wanderers. Kittle chipping it in. Daniel Benny with a vital clearance there. He has to put it behind for a corner. Doing his defensive duties there, Daniel Benny. Good to see. So Dylan Shikaluna, fresh legs at left back for Wanderers. Sonny Kittle's corner here for Wanderers. Out swinger. Nicely delivered. Bounces away. Priestman heading it back inside. Great chance here. Antonson, the block, and it's in. Is the flag gone up? Glory are appealing. No goal. Offside flag. They're going to check it. The ball ended up in the back of the net. I think it was Milanovic who might have gotten the final touch. It surely looked offside. Hey, there were like a few Wanderers players coming back from an offside position. Sean Evans just getting the word in the ear. Let's have a look here on the replay. Well, the initial ball's interesting. The second one certainly isn't offside. Well, this could be close, dude. This could be close. The second pass, I don't think it's offside. So they've got to look at that first one. The header from Marcelo to Milanovic. And that's close. Meanwhile, another substitution here. Glory making the sub. Marcelo complaining to the fourth official here. Johnny Katrumbis is onto the pitch. He's placing Josh Rawlins at right back. Johnny Katrumbis, former Western Sydney Wanderer, we should mention. Played at the Cubs a few years ago. Marcelo really having some aggressive words here to the fourth official. Not happy. Hoping that VAR overturn this call. Marcelo's not happy at all. VAR check is going underway here. This is a huge moment in this game, man. This is monumental with just 5 minutes to go and then injury time as well. Oh, it's a goal! It's been given! Western Sydney Wanderers get the goal! That is huge! The Wanderers players celebrate. What a narrative in this game. And I thought it would be close, man. It looked like it could have been on. It was a messy goal, the set piece, capitalised on by Antonsen. I think it was Lockie Brook who scored the goal. 2-1 Wanderers, 5 minutes to go. Wow. Insane, dude. Well, looking at the replay, it's definitely onside. That header from Marcelo, it's Antonsen, in fact. Antonsen is square with a last defender. So I've got no problems with the call, but it's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for Perth Glory, who have pushed so hard in this second half. And Lockie Brook has come off the bench here and scored potentially a truly valuable goal here for West Sydney Wanderers. And it's valuable because it pushes them back into the top 6, back into a finals place. What a moment. Now, this is going to be an insane final 5+ minutes because Perth Glory are going to throw everything forward. Wanderers sitting back deep. Marcelo had picked up a yellow card during all that action. They're having some stern words to the fourth official. So Perth Glory, you can see they're pushing everyone forward, really. Just the two centre-backs staying back. Katrumbis whipping it in. Cleared away by Marcelo. 87 minutes played. We've seen so many dramatic scenes at HBF Park over the years, over the weeks this season, man. They always turn it on late. Can they do it once again here to rescue a point? Ball in towards Taggart. Great defensive header by Beadling. Benny's on the right. Katrumbis getting forward. Can't find a delivery into the box. Glory have to start again from the halfway line. Everyone is forward. 88 minutes played now. We'll surely have a decent chunk of injury time. A couple minutes spent on that VAR check for that goal. Katrumbis. Benny off the right, who's been good tonight for Glory. Majeko Domni across the floor. Gorman dropping deep. Look at this, man. Wanderers got everyone back. This is nice play, though. Katrumbis delivering. Huge opportunity. And Aiden Simmons with a clearance. Corner Glory. Corner Glory. Great play. Johnny Katrumbis, man. Did really well to beat Shikluna. Wanderers going to make one final change here, and it's Nathaniel Blair coming on for a rare appearance. Sonny Kitzel, who had a couple good opportunities in the second half, is coming off the field. Blair will play out the final few minutes. Excuse me. Boston tipped the Wanderers. Well, they are on track for this win, hey? Unless Glory decide to spoil the party here. This would be a huge 3 points for Wanderers to break this losing streak, but Glory are not done yet. The corner in. Great claim by Lawrence Thomas. Cheers, Boston. We're wearing the dark green Spurs kit from a few years ago. Love this one. All right. 90 minutes have been played. We're into injury time. It's 7 minutes. We've got 7 minutes left to play. That's plenty of time for Glory to find at least an equaliser. Wanderers just need to hold on here, and it would be an incredibly valuable 3 points to break this run of losses. 4-1 loss at home to Sydney FC, 3-1 loss to the last place Western United, and then on Tuesday night losing 7-0 to Melbourne City. It looked like this was going to be a disaster end to the season for Western Sydney. But this result, man, could be a turning point for the final few weeks of the campaign. 2-1, they lead. On the other side of things, Perth Glory, man, a defeat here would make things really difficult for them to qualify for finals. Blair with his first touch of the ball. Up forward. Brook driving forward. Darryl Lachman under pressure at the back. Wanderers pressing pretty high here, which might allow some space. And it allows plenty of space here because Contrumbus is driving forward. Cuts inside and takes it central. That's a smart pass out to the left because Anasmo is free now. As Warland in support and uses him. Warland delivers. It's a terrible cross. It's an awful cross. Sales well out of play. How much out of time? 7 minutes total. And we've already played 2 of those now. So just 5 minutes remaining for Glory. So many memorable moments this season, late on in matches. Marko Redan urging his side on from the sidelines. Alen Stajic is down, he's seated. He doesn't look overly pleased. Because his side, who have been so good in this second half, man, we just think back to those opportunities. Taggart, Gorman, Williams, so many chances for Perth Glory to take a 2-1 lead. But it's Wanderers who get the job done. Well, they're about to get the job done at this rate. It's what we love about the A-League, man. Competitive football. Tightly contested matches. Hard to predict. Not many would have tipped Western Sydney Wanderers to get 3 points here away from Perth, considering their current run of form, man. Four minutes to go. And Asmo off the left-hand side. Well done, Aiden Simmons. Holding him up and winning the ball. Lockie Brook, great turn. Cuts inside. Great skill from Brook and goes for the switcher play. Really smart play. Milanovic just keeps it in too. Now this is a great chance for Wanderers to go through and seal it from here. Milanovic hits it. Oh, what a chance. So close. Nicholas Milanovic centimetres away from scoring another banger to add to his list of cracking goals already this season. 3 minutes to go now. Perth 1, Wanderers 2. A massive fixture in the context of both of these teams' seasons. Warland to Anasmo, who's playing off the left wing now for Glory. Players lining up on the edge of the box for Glory. Majakadomni. Osler brings it down, edge of the box. Finds Taggart. Great chance. Taggart dragged wide. And he earns the corner. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. 2.5 minutes. Wanderers have to defend for their lives here. Ollie Sale is up for the corner. Perth Glory keeper Ollie Sale's up for the corner. There's still time to play, so Wanderers could seal it if they go to the other end. Ball comes in, flicked away. It's going to be another corner. Another corner from the other side here. 2 minutes to go. This could be the last opportunity of the game. Ollie Sale's up for this one. We saw a goalkeeper almost score from a corner last night. Ryan Scott almost did it for Jets late on against Adelaide. Coley to swing it in. Cleared away at the near post. The corner deliveries haven't been great from Glory today. Sale is sprinting back, but Glory is still in possession. That's got to be a foul, and is. Not long to go now, just over a minute. Coley, Latchman, everyone forward for Perth. Katrumbus, wide for Gorman. Appeals for a handball. It looks close into his body, if it did even strike his hand. Might have been outside the box anyway. Ollie Sale's up for this one. It's going to be another corner. Could this be the final chance of the game? Ball comes short for Coley. Coley whips it in. Delivery's all right. Taggart gets the header and it... Oh my gosh, dude. Trickles through. Jaden Gorman flying out a leg. Everyone misses it. Oh, what a chance too, dude. Taggart with their header and, man, Gorman. It was going to be tricky to get to that. The ball was flying through. That might just be enough for Western Sydney Wanderers. Coley goes high. Full-time whistle is blown. What a game and what a monumental 3 points for Western Sydney Wanderers. They win it 2-1. Lockie Brook with a late goal to secure 3 points. But Perth Glory only have themselves to blame. So many opportunities to score. So many chances. And look at this. Look at these scenes, man. Well, dramatic scenes here. Marcelo's involved with a bit of an altercation here with David Williams. Not happy. Bizarre to see. The captain of his side, they've just won the game. No reason to get caught up with the opposition players like this. But Marco Redan is embracing his players. It's really incredible pictures considering the last couple of weeks Wanderers have gone through and the struggle that the fans have endured. Marco Redan, look at him. He's tightly embracing every single player. He knows the value of this win. The players know it. They had to dig deep. They defended desperately. Western Sydney Wanderers back into the top 6 with this huge 3 points. Oh my gosh, dude, what do we make of it? What do we make of it? Crazy, man. Man, Glory, so many chances. Gorman, Taggart, Williams with that header in that second half as well. You just think of the chances they had and Surely the goal had to come. We thought it was inevitable that the goal was going to come for Perth Glory. Wanderers, in dramatic fashion too, in controversial fashion maybe, getting that winning goal. For me, it's a fair goal. Onside in the end. Brandon Borello and Lockie Brook with the goals to get Wanderers the win. Adam Taggart scoring just before half time. And just insane that they couldn't find that second goal, dude. Wanderers are back. That is huge, dude. That is really, really valuable because, again, as we touched on before, dude, they have such a tricky run in from here, Western Sydney Wanderers. You look at the fixtures they have coming up, another Sydney derby away. They got City, they got Victory. They play Macarthur next week. A couple weeks' time after the international break, which will be a tricky fixture as well. Really, really difficult time here for Wanderers. And this 3 points, just days after losing 7-0, is huge, man. But again, on the other side of things, Perth Glory, man, are going to be kicking themselves because that was the chance, dude. They were in a great position here. It was 1-1 earlier on that second half. Needed to go on and win it. They had so many opportunities to do so, and they couldn't do it. Wanderers fans who have travelled over for this one, really, really happy with this one. I'm sure after losing 7-0 in their last away game, maybe some of those Wanderers fans are a little bit nervous about heading over to WA, about how this one would have gone. Massive win. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Greatly, greatly appreciate you guys hanging out for this one. Hit the like button on the way out. Greatly appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you want to stick around for more watch-alongs as well in the future. My name's Lockie. This is Coastal Football. And we'll see you guys soon. Man, we've got some Socceroos games coming up. A-League resumes in a couple of weeks' time. Hope you guys all stay well and healthy. Till the next